What up guys, John here, back at it again with another review style video. So today we're taking a look at She-Hulk Attorney at Law Season 1 Episode 2. Now, first things first, I feel like this episode was a lot better than Episode 1. Is that really saying much? I don't know. We'll do a pros and cons list. I do still have issues with this one, just a lot less, and it was a lot, I don't know, it felt a lot smoother than Episode 1, but I will say it only had a runtime of 25 minutes. There was the intro slash recap of last episode. There was like 7 minutes of credits and then just like a little post-credit scene. Post-credit scene was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. But yeah, let's hop into it. Let's get started. We'll start off with the cons of the episode, the things I didn't like. I will say that the CGI still lacked. It was still lacking quite a bit, and I had a lot of issues with like a lot of the facial expressions. If you watch Hulk's character, you can see the lips connect, you can see the smoothness, how everything flows together. It looks like the character's been worked on for a long time. You can see the detail in the skin, on the face, everything moves and flows really well. Now when you take that and look at She-Hulk's character, it looks real flat, it looks kind of bland, and it looks real choppy. It looks like they haven't spent time figuring out how to make it look natural in a way like they do with Hulk's character. So the CGI is still kind of wonky, but you do get to see her out of CGI quite a bit as Jen Walters. So you get the best of both. You get She-Hulk and you get the attorney. I would say that another con is they do still take jabs at Hulk in this. They try to undercut him pretty much any opportunity they get where he's brought up, just jabbing away, just chipping away, which I don't really think is that cool, honestly. They chip away and then they build her up. They chip away and then they build her up. It's like either just leave him out of it, or why you gotta take jabs? That doesn't make sense to me. Some of the one-liners and some of the, at the beginning of the episode, some of the writing felt a little weak and had a little bit of cringe to it and a little bit of, I don't know. It was definitely Disney-fied and it felt really low budget for a while. Yeah, I think those are all, the CGI, the writing a little bit, the jabs at Hulk, and the short runtime are basically my main complaints. We'll go into the positives though. There were some, honestly, some better jokes mid to later in the episode. She really starts to become one with the character, and it gets this like cohesiveness with it, and it feels a little bit more natural and a little bit less forced than it does in the beginning of the episode, which I liked. And even by the end of the episode, I felt like I was watching something that was like high production value, high budget, with a good actor. She had a little quirky joke about related to Hannibal, which I thought was funny. There was the comedy landed a little bit better this time and wasn't quite as like kid-like, and I thought that was cool. Let's see, the cameo, we do get a cameo in this one, was pretty neat, and that cameo leads to something we've seen in Multiverse of Madness. Or was it no, it was Shang-Chi. Was it Shang-Chi? I think it was Shang-Chi, yeah, it was Shang-Chi. So it leads into that. So you kind of feel out where you are in the timeline based on that. So I thought that was cool. The cohesiveness of the character and some of the liners hit near the end of it. It felt, the production value felt a bit bigger. What else was solid about this? I don't know. It overall it felt like a bit better. It's going in a better direction. I didn't have a lot of hope from episode 1. This one gave me a little bit more hope, and I know that we're still supposed to have a lot of cameos. It feels like she's filling in the character a little bit better. Every time she transforms, though, the CGI really throws me off. But her as a character is pretty good. I hope the writing continues to get better and progress as we go throughout the episodes. I feel like the CGI is going to stay the same, which is unfortunate, but we'll have to look past that, look at the cameos, the story, the jokes. Like I said, the after credit scene was kind of funny. There is also another snippet in there, I don't know if people missed it, but her iPhone lock screen was Captain America's ass, which is also kind of like I just thought that was kind of cool that they are keeping that as a running theme. There's a few small little details here and there throughout it, but overall, I'd probably give this episode like 5.5. If I gave the last one like a 3 or 4, I would say this one's like a 5.5. It is a step up. You know, if they fix the CGI and the whole episode stays with like solid writing and doesn't feel like a low budget production, this has a lot of potential, because the character in many ways is pretty likable, but man, they just keep taking little jabs here and there. They keep throwing stuff in here and there that you're like, man, if you just like reworded that, cut that out, went a different direction, could be a lot better. But I got a little bit better feeling going into episode 3, which we'll get next week. I'm not really sure where it's going to go from here. But yeah, I mean, my hopes still aren't really high, but I am being pretty critical of it, but it still isn't the greatest show in the world. Like, don't go into this thinking you're going to watch some high quality budget, awesome, like, action show like Daredevil was, like, and it's nowhere near that yet. But we're on episode 2, so yeah, like I said, probably like a 5 out of 10, 5.5. I would recommend, giving it a watch. If you guys have already watched it, let me know what you guys thought down below. Let me know what the best part and the worst part of the episode you thought were. Do you agree with the CGI? I do have a big problem with that. Some other people don't, from some of the reviews I've seen, so maybe I'm just being really picky, but like, anytime I see Hulk pop on screen and I look at his CGI and his facial movements, it feels more natural. And then I see hers and it's just like so choppy and kind of abnormal. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and like always, I'll see you on the next video.